Hi everybody, my name is Rupa, working as assistant professor in Chevrolet Engineering College. I'm dealing the subject for electronic controllers and drives, and today's topic is on stator side voltage of stator voltage control of induction motors, remaining problems. So see here. For regenerative braking operation of inverter fed induction motor drive of example 6.9, find the values, approximate values for first one, speed of the frequency for 30 Hz and 80% of full load. And frequency for the speed of 1000 RPM and full load torque, and torque for the frequency of 40 Hz and the speed of 1300 RPM. And what will be the answers for first two if the drive will be working under dynamic braking? See here 6.9 example. This is the given data, a 2.8 kilowatts, 400 volts, 50 Hz, 4 pole, 1370 RPM. So we have to remember this 400 volts, voltage terminal, 50 Hz frequency and 4 pole, 1370 RPM. And RS is 2 ohms, RT dash is 5 ohms. XS is equal to XT dash is equal to 5 ohms and XM is equal to 80 ohms. Okay. Now we had to find the frequency for speed for frequency of 30 Hz and 80% of full load torque. So already we have done this. See here, some part of the problem is done. So speed for the frequency of 30 Hz. First, we have to find the speed for the frequency of 30 Hz and at 80% of the full load torque, right? So we know that the increase of speed from no load to full load torque in previous problems as 130 RPM. So taking it as reference, if you increase the speed from no load to only 80% of full load, then 130 in 130 we have to take only 80% of RPM, right? So 80 by 100, that becomes 0.8 into 130, that is equal to 104 RPM. So for this speed we have to find. Okay, now we will find the synchronous speed at 50 Hz. Actually, NS is equal to 120 F by P, right? So 120 into F by P, that is for 50 Hz frequency. Okay, so now we have to calculate the synchronous speed at 30 Hz. So at 30 Hz, see here, N2 by F2 by F1 into NS. Okay, so F2 is given is 30 Hz and F1 is 50 Hz. So 30 by 50 into 1500, that is equal to 900 RPM. So at 30 Hz, we are getting 900 RPM, and at 50 Hz, you are getting 1370 like that RPM they gave in the problem. Okay, now the machine speed will be, if you add 900 to the increase of speed from 0.8 of the full load, then you will get the required speed at 50 Hz. Okay, so the required speed at 50 frequency requirement speed is 900 RPM, and 80% of full load torque required speed is 104 RPM. If you add both 900 plus 104, you will get 1004 RPM. So this is the first bit answer, right? Next, calculate the frequency, second bit, frequency for a speed of 1000 RPM and full load torque. Okay, so frequency for a speed of 1000 RPM means we have to first find the speed at frequency of speed at full normal frequency. Okay, so see here, synchronous speed, we know that it is 1000. They gave a speed of 1000. Okay, and at full load torque, and torque is considered as full load. So when the no load torque is changed to full load torque, there will be a change of 130 rpm. So that we have to minus. So from the speed 1000, we have to minus this torque when changed from no load to full load. Suppose it is asked in no load means, if I change the question as like this, frequency of a calculate the frequency for a speed of 1000 rpm at no load if they asked. Now no need to minus any speed, because at no load only it is 1300 rpm, sorry 1500 rpm, right? So sorry, at no load only they gave 1000 rpm. Here in the question in the data they gave 1000 rpm at no load. So no need to minus any speed, but they asked that to calculate the frequency at a speed of 1000 rpm and considering the full load torque. Okay, so as we are considering this full load torque, we have to minus the full no load. When there is change from no load to full load torque, there is a difference of speed, so that we have to minus. Okay, so from no load to full load, when the torque is changed, the speed will be getting decreased by 130 rpm. So we have to minus this 130 rpm for the given speed of 1000 rpm. So 1000 minus 130 rpm is equal to 870 rpm. Now at this speed we have to find out the frequency. Ns is equal to 120 f by p. From this f we have to write the formula. F is equal to p ns by 120. So p is number of poles 4. N is given, what is the calculated data? 870 divided by 120. So that is 29 Hz. So for a speed of 100,000 rpm and full load torque, the frequency is 29 Hz. Next, third bit, torque for a frequency of 40 Hz and speed of 1300 rpm. Okay, just they ask torque by giving frequency and speed. So torque, we know that the formula. So see here, for the torque, motor torque, first we have to find out the frequency at 40 Hz. Okay, so ns is equal to 120 f by p at 40 Hz. What is the speed we have to find out? 1200 rpm. So see here, when the speed is increased from no load, actually the given speed is 1300 rpm. Okay, at 40 Hz you are getting 1200 rpm. So what is the increase in speed? What is the decrease in speed? 100 rpm. So this 100 rpm is N2, and before, from no load to full load, we are getting some torque. When torque is changed from no load to full load, we are getting one speed. Okay, so that becomes N1. Before N1, 130 will be there, and after 40 Hz of frequency, we are getting different speed, 1200 only. Okay, so from 1300 to 1200, if you minus, you will get 100 rpm. That becomes N2. Okay, so N2 by N1 into TF, motor torque, is equal to. Okay, so N2 is 100 rpm and N1 is 130 rpm into TF. TF is, before we already found that, 25.37. Okay, so that is in before problems we already found. So 100 by 130 into TF. TF is 25.17. You will get 19.51 newtons per meter. But to find out the TF, again we have to write the procedure. We have to follow the procedure for finding out TF also. Here I am writing directly, but instead of writing directly, we have to do the steps for calculating the TF also for you, because this is a new problem here. Okay, and last bit is, what will be the answers to 1 and 3? So for bits 1 and 3, what is the answer if the drive will be working under dynamic braking? So see here, in regenerative braking and dynamic braking, if a motor will be working as a generator in regenerative braking, it will be same acting as a dynamic braking. In the dynamic braking also, the motor will be acting as a generator only. So the two braking methods of inverter fed induction motor differ only in the way of energy dissipation. Okay, so how much energy is dissipated from the DC link to the or inverter to the source, that will be only differed. Okay, so hence answers will be same for 2 and 3. Okay, all the torque answers and all the speed and frequency answers will be same for the 2 and 3. So you have to write that only energy dissipation will be differed, and remaining circuit and all the motor acting as a generator will be same. The inverter will be feeding back the energy to the source. Next one, calculate motor breakdown torque. Next problem, calculate the motor breakdown torque for inverter fed induction motor drive. For same example, example 6.9, for a frequency of 60 Hz as a ratio of its value at 50 Hz. Okay, so we have to calculate the breakdown torque, at what torque the motor will be getting breakdown for inverter fed induction motor drive. Of example 6.9, same, and at a frequency of 60 Hz as the ratio of its value at 50 Hz. Okay, so see here, up to now we have calculated the values. In the previous problem 6.9, we had calculated all the values for frequency of 50 Hz. Now we have to calculate it for the frequency of 60 Hz, that's all, and remaining all are same. Okay, so see, up to 50 Hz motor will be operating with a constant V/F ratio, and above the 50 Hz, it will be as a constant terminal voltage. So for 60 Hz motor will be operating at 400 volts as given. This 400 volts is given in the previous problem 6.9. So same terminal voltage can be considered. And from equation 6.13, for the frequency K times the rated constant voltage. So it is given as a ratio, means it is given for value of K. So K is at 60 Hz, K value will be, only K will be changed, I think. So K is equal to 60 by 50, that is equal to 1.2. And we know that T maximum is the equation 3 by 2 K omega S into V square by RS plus root of RS square plus K square into XS plus XR dash whole square. Okay, so substituting all the known values, see here, T max is equal to 3 by 2 into K value 1.2 and omega MS 157.07, that is equal to, here voltage will be taken in phase is equal to line by root 3 times, so 400 by root 3 whole square, V square by 2 plus RS is given as 2, RS is given as 2, and K is 1.2, XS and XR dash are given as in 6.9 before values 1.2 and 7. Okay, so you will get torque as T maximum dash as 39.9 newtons per meter. So same calculate for the 50 Hz, and if you find out the ratio, we have calculated the what they have asked. So T maximum at 50 Hz, that is equal to 3 by 2 pi omega S, not K here, 2 pi omega S, same, remaining all same, V square by RS square plus XS plus XR dash whole square. So 3 by 2 into omega MS 157.08, 400 by root 3 square, 2 plus root of 4 plus 49, that is equal to 54.88. So if you find out the ratio T maximum dash by T max, then it will be 39.9 by 54.88. This is the ratio. And next problem, show that a variable frequency induction motor drive, it develops at all the frequencies the same torque for a given slip speed when it is operating at a constant flux. So this is question as come problem. Okay, so the for 8 marks it can be also asked. So show that the variable frequency induction motor, when we vary the frequency for an induction motor drive, it develops the same torque. The torque is developed for all the frequencies at a given slip speed when it is operating at constant flux. Okay, so see here, when operating at a frequency k times the rated frequency f, the equation 8.83 before it becomes Im square is equal to r dash by ksf whole square plus 2 pi lr dash whole square by rr dash by ksf whole square plus 2 pi lm plus 2 pi lr dash whole square into is square. So here I am taking at operating at constant flux. So here Im should be constant. So therefore the variable values all should be also maintained constant in this equation. So is, here is, ksf, these also should be constant. Okay, so I am taking ksf as constant. If these parameters are constant only, then we will get Im constant. So I am taking ksf as constant. So k into f in place of f, I can substitute omega ms. So k into omega ms into s is equal to constant. Nothing but s into k will be, this is always constant, s into k will also be constant. Okay, so where I can write here k omega ms, it is a synchronous frequency at the frequency kf. So k omega ms into s is nothing but the slip speed. So from before equations for the frequency of kf, I can write T is equal to torque. We have to show that torque will be constant for all the frequencies. P is equal to 3 by k omega ms. Remaining equation same. Is square, k square, xm square, rr dash by s whole square plus k square into xm plus xr dash whole square. Okay, so from this I am taking constants as, see here, 3 by k omega ms by s. I'm multiplying and dividing. So here s, I am taking out the s common here from this equation. So you're getting this s eliminated. So s will be here, and is square xm square rr dash divided by rr square by x into k, multiplying and dividing with k square. Okay, so see here, if I multiply and divide with k square will be get cancel here, only here k square will be there, and taking out the s common plus xm plus xr dash whole square. Okay, so dividing the k square, multiplying, and k square also taking common out, you will get k square by s. I am taking common out. So see here no k squares, here only no k, so that's why we have to divide it with k square, and here k square will be get cancelled, and s also brought out, divided by s becomes in denominator, here also s will be there. Okay, so see, this is the torque equation. So this will be constant for all the values of frequency. This is our answer. Next one. A Y-connected squirrel cage induction motor has the following ratings and parameters. Terminal voltage is 400 volts, 50 hertz, frequency 4 poles, and speed is 1370 RPM. RS is 2 ohms, RR dash is 3 ohms, RR dash is changed and XS and XR dash is also changed in compared to before problems, and XM is also changed, sir. All the given data is same as before 6.9 problem. So it is controlled by this wise connected squirrel cage induction motor. It is controlled by a current source inverter at a constant flux. So calculate first one, motor torque and frequency and stator current when operating at 30 Hz and rated slip speed. And second one, in what is the inverter frequency and stator current for rated motor torques and motor speed of 1200 RPM. Assuming that motor speed torque curves to be parallel straight lines in the region of interest, and calculate the motor speed when operating at first one 30 Hz and half the rated motor torque. Second one 45 Hz and braking torque equal to rated motor torque. So we are next question. It is given, assuming motor speed torque curves to be parallel straight lines in the region of interest. Now, if the motor speed torque curves are parallel, calculate the motor speed when frequency is 30 Hz and half the motor rated motor torque. Second one 45 Hz and braking torque equal to rated motor torque. So four problems, four questions we have to solve totally. First one, you know all the given data. So remember this given data. Only RF 3 ohms and XS XM is only changed. So first one, see here. What is the synchronous speed? So synchronous speed is NS is equal to 120 F by P. If you calculate the formula 120 into 50 by 4, you will get 1500 RPM. So I am changing it into radians. 2 pi by 60, that is equal to 50 pi radians per second. It is in radians per second omega s. Now full load slip. Full load slip is given RPM is 1370, synchronous speed is 1500. So NS minus N by NS. So SF is equal to 1500 minus 1370 by 1500, that is equal to 0.086. So full load slip speed NS minus N is 130 RPM. So keep aside all these calculated values, and we know that from the figure in the theory, Z is equal to, Z formula we know that 2 plus here RS plus JXS plus remaining formula. So J55 JXM plus RS by S plus JXS by RS by S plus J of XS plus XM. Okay, so this is the formula of Z. If you substitute the value of all the RS slip XS XM, you will get the J as 24.65 plus J 20.19. That is, if you change into angles, it will be 31.86 at an angle of 39.3 degrees ohms. So impedance, it is calculated as ohms. So see here, for the J formula we can write from here also. RS plus JXS plus we can write the formula from his parallel combination. Okay, next, the full load current. The full load stator current ISF is equal to, so all we have to calculate at full load, and whenever they are asked 80% or 50%, we have to calculate if you once calculate the full load, we can change it to any percentage of the load. So full load stator current ISF is equal to 400 into 400 by root 3 current we have to change into phase current. Line current is equal to, line voltage is equal to 400, phase voltage is equal to 400 by root 3. So I by Z, nothing but, okay, sorry, V by Z, I is equal to V by Z. We know that Z is equal to V by I. From that, I is equal to V by Z. So ISF at full load is current at full load slip is nothing but it is called full load stator current is equal to V 400 by root 3 by Z 31.86. Only take the magnitude values. So 31.86, that is equal to 7.2486 amperes. Okay, this is the full load stator current. Now we have to find out the full load rotor current. So full load rotor current R dash F is equal to formula ISF into J XF by RR dash by SF plus J into XR dash plus XF. That is equal to, you know, all the values. ISF value here 7.2486 before we have found out. So J into XM by all are given values in the data only. So if you substitute, you will get I dash RF is equal to 5.865 amperes. So full load torque, from this we have to find out the full load torque. Full load torque is equal to TF is equal to 3 by omega ms RF dash whole square into RR dash by SF is equal to 3 by 50 pi into 5.865 whole square into 3 by 0.0867. So from this you will get 22.73 Newtons meters. Okay. Now first, second, third, fourth bits we will calculate by keeping all the data together with us. See, according to example 6.14, at rated slip, speed, torque and current will have same values at 50 Hz operation. Okay, so thus we can write torque as 22.73 and IS before stator full load current as 7.2486 amperes. Okay, so now these values are at 50 Hz. Now we have to find for first problem at 30 Hz and at 30 Hz, and what is the remaining asked data to determine at 30 Hz and rated slip only. Okay, so at this motor torque and speed stator current are same. Now we have to calculate only speed at 30 Hz. Okay, so speed at 30 Hz. Actually, the motor speed will be, see, at 30 Hz, you have to calculate the synchronous speed. So now at 30 Hz, the synchronous speed will be 30 by 50. Before 30, they have given before 50 Hz. So 30 by 50 into 1500, that is equal to 900 RPM. So full load slip is equal to, it is differing by 130 RPM. So actually at full load they have asked. So we have to minus from 900, we have to minus the full load slip 130 RPM. So 900 minus 130 RPM is equal to, totally you are getting 770 RPM. Okay, so this is the first bit, motor speed 770 RPM, torque and stator current or stator rated current are same. Next, second bit. At rated motor torque, find the slip, speed and IS. So see here what we have to find first. We have to find the inverter frequency and stator current IS for rated motor torque. So the torque is same, but the speed is changed to 1200. Torque is same, rated motor torque only, and the speed at speed 1200 RPM, we have to find the inverter frequency and stator current. Okay, so see, at rated given is rated motor torque only. So at given rated motor torque, the slip speed and IS will be same as in the 50 Hz operation. Okay, so slip speed is nothing but 130 rpm and is 7.2486 rpm. So these are as same values at the 50 Hz operation. Now for the synchronous speed 1200 we have to add 130 because at rated motor rated torque we have to calculate. So for at given rated motor torque we have to add 130. Okay, so 1200 minus, sorry, plus 130, 1200 plus 130, you will get 1330. At this, we have to find out the frequency. So F2 by F1 into normal F. Okay, so F2 is 1300 RPM, sorry, N2. N2 by N1 into normal frequency. So 1300 RPM by NS 1500 RPM into 50, that is equal to 44.33 Hz. So this is the frequency and the inverter current will be same. At rated motor torque for a speed of 1200 we have to find out the frequency. See here we found. So frequency is 44.33 Hz. Next, third one. Third bit, once we will see the asked calculated what we have to calculate and go for problem. So assuming motor speed torque curves to be parallel straight lines in the region of interest, calculate the motor speed. We have to every time calculate the motor speed when operating at 30 Hz and half the first bit 30 Hz frequency. We have to calculate the speed and the motor torque is half. Okay, so third bit, the speed torque curves are assumed to be straight lines, right? So slip speed at half the rated torque is nothing but we have to half the slip speed. Okay, actually slip speed is at motor rated torque is 130 and half the motor rated torque times is 130 divided by 2, that is slip speed is changed to 65, that's all. And at 30 Hz, we have to calculate the synchronous speed. So at 30 Hz, before we calculated, we got 900 RPM, right? See here at 30 Hz, at frequency of 30 Hz, we have calculated the synchronous speed 30 by 50 into 1500, that is 900 RPM. So the speed is 900 RPM. From that speed, we have to minus the slip speed at half rated torque. Actually, if they are not given at half rated torque, if they given at full rated torque, we have to minus 900 minus 130. But here we are given to find out the speed at half of the rated motor torque. So half slip speed will be decreased. So 130 by 2, 65, 900 minus 65, 835 RPM. So the motor new speed is 830 RPM, 835 RPM at 30 Hz frequency and half the motor rated torque. Okay, and next last bit, at rated braking torque, slip speed is equal to what they asked first. We will see 45 Hz. Calculate the motor speed. Speed 45 Hz and braking torque equal to rated motor torque. So just we have to find the synchronous speed at 45 Hz. So see here, same procedure as we calculated the slip speed, speed at 30 Hz. So how we calculated 30 by 50 into 1500. Here frequency given is 45. So 45 by 50 into 1500, 1350. So motor speed will be 1350 at rated torque. So we have to add the 130. You will get 1480. So for this 1480, this is the motor speed. Okay, so this is the calculated frequency 1350, and at 1350 we have to, because they have asked at rated torque, we have to add at rated torque 130. So if they asked at 80% or any 50%, that is if they asked any torque less than the rated torque, then we have to minus. Suppose at rated torque means we have to always plus the rated torque reference speed 130, that is 1480 RPM.